Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have a special guest back. The myth, the legend, the chef. The if you want good borscht right here, Mr. Borshchev is in the house tonight. Thank you, sir, for coming back. It's a pleasure to have you on. Super proud of you, the Slava community in Sacramento. Super proud of everything you've done. It's been very exciting to watch you debut in the UFC. Have your 2 fights. Your 3rd fight was an awesome fight, and I'm sure a lot of lessons learned, so I'd love to talk to you about that. But first, I would love to get in your head on your debut. So I know you were trying for the longest time to find a fight. I remember last time we talked, the hardest thing was for you to find a fight because you had a certain fight record, right? And some people chickened out that they don't want to fight you. So how did all that happen?
Hey, yeah. First of all, hi everybody. Thank you, and actually, thank you for this such a great support, especially after fight. I don't think I even felt that big support when I won, like that after I got the last, and even before I got this last in Ohio, I was really surprised. The crowd was sick. Being honest, I felt like they support me more than anybody else.
Really?
That was so even after fight, they they boo
awesome.
him, but
even though you lost.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Was that your first fight with an audience?
Such a big crowd? Yeah, first time. I think that was over than 20,000, something like this.
Wow, that's cool.
And that was amazing. That was so good. I feel bad that was a bad fight, but with everything except the result was great.
That's awesome. I'm sure the result wasn't favorable to you, but I'm sure you're gonna walk in next time with the big crowd, you're gonna feel 10 times more comfortable, and you learn.
No,
something.
actually, I already if you talk about the mental part, everything about the fight, the last fight was much easier. I already was ready for hype, for everything. I mean that I actually have so many excuses, but it doesn't really matter. Only at the end, only result does matter. But all the destructive part wasn't about the fight. There was everything else, anything else, but not the fight. And this time, nothing really bothered me. I was enjoying until he grabbed me.
So you didn't come in the fight injured or nothing.
No, everything was okay. Yeah, I was a little sick, but except that was great. Everything was great. Yes, and if we go back to my debut and even contender series, that was crazy. There's 2 fights. I felt like I really flipped the page and I started a new story. That was actually, I feel like I did it again. Seems like I really love a drama. Actually, growing up with my grandma, she's very tough woman, and I always was joking about my grandma and my dad. There's some sort of people would if they don't have a problem, they create the problems because they love in this.
They need that.
Yeah, and I used to hate it all time, but seems like I got this. It's in my blood. Seems like fuck, I need dramatic. I need drama. I need drama.
Drama keeps the world going around. I remember. I think it was you, either before a fight or after the fight. You called your grandma.
Yeah, before my UFC debut, I called.
Before you.
Yeah, that was actually interesting. Yeah, because before my UFC debut, that was my best camp ever. I never been that good. There was something, I don't know. Everything was perfect. I wasn't injured except few things. Yeah, I got the cut a few times, but except that, I used to work a lot on my strength. And I was so strong. I never been that strong before my UFC debut.
Wow.
And I wasn't sick. Everything was great. Actually, maybe it's one of the reasons why, because I didn't overtrain.
For your debut?
Yeah, maybe that's my one of my problem is overtraining, but we'll see.
Because you like to push yourself.
Yeah, right now, like I have to. I hate to push myself, but just like I think I already told you in my first interview with you, like when we talk about that, like it's for me, I find out it's so much easier to working hard, like compared to working smart. It's so much easier. Like, yeah, like work smart, it's really hard. Like it's hard. You need knowledge. You have to
and
be.
You take time.
You need to be super disciplined.
Yeah,
and it's just not that fun.
Yeah,
it's harder. It's harder, much harder, and especially probably like. Because it's MMA, it's such a many different aspects. You need a professional. Thank God I have professional right now.
Yeah.
Yes, and probably I have to like right now the next fight. Before I take any fights, I'm probably gonna change everything. I'm gonna change my striking, change my stand up, like stance. I'm gonna change. I won't take any fight until I start feeling like I move my wrestling in another level. It's because. I was ready already. I fought even against better wrestlers, and I stopped them. But something happened in my last fight, and there's no way I would let it happen again. I don't want it. Like this, it's just strange.
Do you know exactly like where he caught you? Like what happened?
Have no idea.
It just kind of
like it just.
Have you watched the tapes after?
Yeah, I watched, and actually I did really well in at the beginning of first round, and later I just like gassed out and. Yes, I never stopped, but seems like
you weren't the same.
Yeah, the half of me was somewhere. The Borsh get really bad. I don't know. That was terrible. But also he did really well job. He did really smart. Being honest, like it's very hard to hold me on the floor.
Yeah.
Like I mean, he found the key somehow. I don't know. Like it's really hard to hold me. Like I mean. It's maybe easier for high-level grappler to try finish me than just hold me.
That's crazy. Yeah. And I was just about to ask, was he heavier? But you guys weigh in, so like I mean, there can't be that
Yeah,
weight difference.
I mean, like I'm working with monsters, like in my camp. Maybe maybe also the reason why because before this fight, I thought my wrestling already on enough level against him, and maybe I didn't pay. Enough attention to wrestling. He was probably desperate of like about this, like only wrestling. I felt like
he's probably thinking like, okay, he's a striker. The only way I can really get him is wrestling, and that's all he worked on, wrestling.
Yeah, but that's why I thought I was 100% sure he gonna wrestle me. Like I was 100% sure, but I thought like I'm able to stop him, and I was even focusing more on my striking because, like I was looking for another bonus. And also I thought that's what UFC want because they put me against a good striker. He's a good striker. And I thought, this will be such a good fist fight. But I knew like he going to start wrestle, but I thought he at least start stand up and after start doing the takedowns. And I'm going to stop him. I even thought actually do offensive part. I thought like maybe in the second round I'm gonna push him but myself, like hold him a little bit, make him tired. And the third round, like I'm going to finish him in a stand up. You see, like it's like
was that the plan going in? Like what was the plan that you had with the coaches?
Yeah, my plan was like the first round, like just let him throw more, like move a little bit because. I expect he going to be a little bit slower than me in the stand-up, but he was much slower than me. Yes,
really?
Yeah, like he threw a few punches and I saw that like super like easy, but he didn't even like. I mean, right away. He
wasn't even throwing them to try to hit you.
Yes, maybe actually that's why he was like kind of much slow because he was all in wrestling, and he threw just something just at least to show.
Yeah.
Yes, and but the plan was just move the first round, the second round, like start a little bit pushing, and if he keep trying to wrestle, like went on the top. I actually was thinking on a goat on the top, yes. And I in my fairy tale world, I thought like I'm gonna stay on top, push him, make him tired, and the third round I'm gonna like I was thinking to put him against the cage and finish him. That's what's my plan.
I mean, Slava, to this day, I still see videos and people talking about your kidney shot. You know, like that was,
Actually, that was liver shot.
or sorry, liver shot. Yes.
Yeah.
Like I love torts pichinki, and I'm like, if that's how it's made, like give it to me all day, you know. But that was crazy, and I'm sure you maybe in your mind you were like hyped a little bit, you know, to try to, like you said, you wanted another bonus, and that comes with like a good striking brawl, right?
I don't know. It's right now, like wherever I say it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. Like no, but there is 100% is not like
But
I'm not actually sure how I can say it in English. Like it's not over proud. It's not like I'm not like
gordo,
like,
yeah.
No, I didn't thought like I'm so cool. I'm gonna destroy everybody. No, it's not that. Like I used to work hard. I'm a responsible man. I'm good business. I already I show that I'm good business. I'm not I'm not like unresponsible man. I'm responsible. Like and I.
It's not
I
like you
everything.
didn't train for the
Yeah,
third
yeah.
fight
It's not like fuck it, I'm ready. No. I was focusing. I working. Yeah, like there was a lot of destructive thing. The whole world get crazy.
Yeah.
My son was sick on like a whole week. We went to the emergency twice.
Yeah.
Like I got sick right before the fight. Like, and but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And if we go back to Contender Series and my debut, that was, I mean, that actually was, especially Contender Series. That was so awesome. Like, I mean, that's gonna be the probably until I get something bigger, like
until
belt
you get the champ
or whatever. Yeah, probably that's gonna be my favorite
moment.
Think what's happening with me in my life, because that was one of the story when like all struggles was worth it at the end. Like finally.
Well, yeah, and I mean, in our first interview, we talked about how much you sacrificed, how much you have to leave your family, your wife, your kid, children, back at home to try to pursue a dream that you've worked. I mean, since you were a teenager, right? Kickboxing, then moving up, coming over here, knowing nothing, knowing nobody, walking into Uriah's gym. I remember you telling me the story, him charging you full price and then realizing that you're the real deal. He's like, yo, stick around, I'll give you. And then, I mean, that's the best story you can have. And it was so cool to see the UFC and Dana White, like, put you there, give you a chance, and then you showed them, like, yes, I can do this, And it doesn't matter how great you are, you're always going to have something that you can learn from, And so I'm sure that your third fight is going to be another opportunity for you to become better and move forward. But a question that I do have is, like, why such drastic changes? Like you said, I'm going to change my striking, my stance, my everything. What made you make that decision? Or is that like talking with your coaches?
Because if I start working more on my wrestling, even more, it's probably won't be just like takedown defense. It's gonna be a lot more. And when you wrestle, especially offensive wrestle, and you like it's different balance. It's not just like you wrestle and after you getting up and work on stand up. No, it's not the same. You have to mix it both. And one of the problem for me was like, because when we just start worked with Uriah, he knew like the people gonna take me down anyway, and we were focused on getting up more than just takedown defense, and it's become even like kind of part of my style. Like just like I said, that's why I was so upset after the fight, because I was very good of getting up. Like that's pretty hard to hold me on the floor, and I stopped scared of that, like to being takedown. And
because you knew you could get up.
Yeah, but now I don't know. Now it's probably have to think more, because could you imagine if the guy just like, I mean, he's not even a wrestler. Yeah, he's a good level grappler, but I mean, like he's probably so far away from guys like Islam Makhachev or something like this.
Islam, Khabib, and all those guys.
And that's why I said like I have to, like I don't want to just be better. I have to be. I mean, like in different level.
Yeah,
like it's
level.
And that's why I should that's why I stop. I don't want to think of anything right now. Like I slow down and I just probably start like from beginning.
Refocus.
Refocus. You know, actually, like I used to have it my fighting career so many times. So many times, people like, I'm not sure if it's same in English. Like, put the cross on me. Like, it's same in English. We can
Yeah,
say
you
that.
can say,
Like, yeah. I remember like how many times when I just switched from full contact kickboxing to K1. Like some people used to say like, oh yes, Slava was a good full contact fighter, but K1 it's not for him. And after in this little group, only me become a world champ.
Wow.
It's like, I mean, it's I used to be in this part, and on your interview, I believe I said this. Like when the pandemic started, I was very low on the bottom, and I realized like, I mean, nothing scary about that. Just you always have a choice. You're gonna or crying about that, or just work your ass off. That's it. And I forgot where I heard. It's probably coming somewhere from internet, but the best thing being on bottom, it's only one way to way out. It's up.
Going up.
Yeah, it's going up.
Exactly. Yes. You can't go lower than the bottom.
Yes.
That's actually my next question was like, I'm sure this isn't your first time losing a fight. You know, you've lost before, like you said, in previous things, and you had to readjust. You had to like refocus. You have to find the motivation, right? To do it. Is it going to be harder for you to find this motivation to kind of keep climbing, or now that you're in the UFC, like your motivation is your family, you're, you know, building a new life? Like what kind of thoughts cross your mind?
Yeah, that's actually the hard part. Like, I mean, I'm still young, and I feel like if we talk about my condition and my body strength, my knowledge, I never been that strong. Like, I'm right now super strong. And probably I will be even better and better. Yeah, I mean, everything. I feel I didn't lost my speed.
Yeah.
Like I only progressing. I getting stronger, better, faster.
So you're just gonna get better.
Yeah, I'm only getting better, and I believe I have at least 5 more years for sure being in the same condition. And if I'm doing everything smart, maybe even more. Right now, like we have a good medicine. As more money I have, as more taking care of. Like as more professional could take care of me, I could be better and better. And my kids getting bigger, they let me sleep more and more. As more I sleep,
the more recovery.
Like, more recovery.
Yes.
And this part, I'm not worried about this part. But the thing is, I have such a big experience in a fight, and this is not only good. I mean, good thing, because also. There's not this part not that exciting. Actually, MMA saved me, because in MMA so much more different things which excited me, like new knowledges, new moves, new things, like wrestling.
They can keep improving.
Yeah, that's why I said like it's kind of like I can start from beginning, and this is cool. Like it's always something to learn, and this part is cool. But you know, it's always like two demons inside of me. One, it's kind of like little communists who going to put like your life on something important. I'm always like want to do something. I want to be useful for this world. I like it's like something in me would like to make something much more than just almost naked fight for make like fun, for like I mean crowd like make crowd happy. And like this demon like talking me like. We able to do something better for this world. But the other demon told me like, slow down. He's just like dummy fighter. It's the best thing we can do. And the best motivation for me probably right now, it's money. And this is hard because I never was interested of money. Like money never excited me. But now I have a family. And this is different. And now
money makes a difference now.
Yeah, the best thing what motivate me right now, the way how I can motivate myself and fight to death, it's like I'm trying to imagine like kind of like the gladiator way. Like it's a way how I can buy my freedom. And freedom for at least freedom for my kids. If not for me. That's the best way for me to motivate myself.
But that's an awesome way as well, because I remember like a lot. So you're like in your family, you're first generation immigrant here to America, right? So like my parents, a lot of my friends' parents, they're first generation immigrants, and they worked their tails off because they were motivated. Like they're here to provide for their family, you know? And like God gave you this awesome opportunity, signed in the UFC, and if money's the motivating factor, money makes the difference for you, for your family, for the future. So
But you see, there's another demon even ashamed that. Like I'm ashamed
that you're motivated by
that
money.
my money. You see, same time. But
Yeah,
it's
I can see that.
you know I'm balancing because I don't know though. Right before the world get crazier again,
Yeah.
I mean, when I went through this, like all these struggles because of COVID,
Mm-hmm.
that was easy because not like nothing that crazy, really crazy happened yet.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking of, like that's probably best what I can do. And if technically, if the world kind of stuck on this, like how it was
Yeah.
right before
on this lockdown,
right
or
before
whatever.
these crazy things,
Yeah.
uh, I was living in a dream. Like right before February 24th, I was living
Yeah.
in a dream. I had everything what I need on my hands,
Yeah.
everything. Like just keep working, and that was amazing. Like I was focused on that,
Mm-hmm.
and just as simple. I mean that if I stop overthinking,
Mm-hmm.
like I'm like in the best life. I'm living my best life. My kids
Yeah.
live in the best life. Like we went right after my fight, before even I got the debut, or sorry, before I got a bonus.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I already knew I'm going to have bonus, but you have to wait. It's like 30 days.
Yeah. Oh, to
Yes,
get the check.
yes, because they did a drug test,
Yeah.
and that's what crazy thing about that. Like I mean, not crazy thing, but right after fight, we went to Santa Barbara. We saw ocean. The kids was like we like rent little house.
Mm-hmm.
We went to right after we went to the San Diego,
Mm-hmm.
the zoo, the Balboa Park.
Mm-hmm.
Then that was like just it's hard to explain.
Dream
like,
come true.
Yeah, and right like in the very last second, we decided to go to Disneyland. And when we went to Disneyland, the Maria, my wife, she almost made me cry because you know what she said, like she never even like thought of dreaming about that.
She didn't.
Not even dreaming.
Yeah,
Like
she wouldn't
never
even let her
like,
think
like,
about
let her
something like-
think, yeah, like no, like oh, like it was something like from another planet. And this has happened
Wow.
with other kids, our kids, and they just they enjoy it. Yeah, Boris probably didn't get it. He was like, but actually he got some rights with me too.
That's cool.
But anyway, that's what I mean. Like I was in a dream. I was like in the real dream, and like something always try to,
Yeah, I mean, even when you're in that dream, there's gonna be something trying to attack you and ruin it down. And I would say, don't let it destroy you. Just to, like you've overcome much more difficult things in your life than losing this fight. You've overcome like all the struggles of being separated from your family, of all the things you had to work for. This is probably, I don't want to say this is the easiest part, but this is like the part where you just get back into what Slava, use the same recipe they used to make borscht and just keep going.
You see, that's the thing. Like I'm not talking about the fight. The losing fight, it's part of job, and
Yeah.
this sucks. It's not cool. It's something what should never happen to me
Yeah.
because I'm working hard and I deserve the best.
Yeah.
Everybody could say that, but if you're not thinking like that, it's just not for you.
Yeah.
Like you have to think like you best of the best. So this is a game not for you.
Yeah.
And Uriah actually showed a good example. It's actually the worst best example what could be. I'm not sure if it's in English.
That makes sense.
Makes sense,
Yeah.
yeah. But I mean, it's a very bad example, but at the same time, it's the best example of bad example.
Okay.
It's like Connor. Like wherever he got lost, doesn't matter how terrible that, he always like he never let him think like he like really losing. He
Yeah.
never let himself think like, yeah, I'm worse, I'm weaker than this guy. No, he
Yeah.
always looking for excuse. No, I actually did this. No, I actually want this. Like he always looking only for
To show why
good.
he's the winner.
Yeah, for good part. Always looking for good part. And this is maybe not that bad. It's
Yeah.
not like, I mean, it's not realistic,
Yeah.
but you know, the whole this game, it's not for normal people.
Yeah.
You have to be
No,
sick.
Slava, like your loss was like in my books, you were a freaking animal, dude. Like the way you handled the guy was to me it was amazing. And to all the fans watching, you know, like we love you, and I know you're gonna come back and just destroy people because you're that guy. What was the moment like? This is so special to me because I have a family, a wife and kids, and I know how hard you work to bring them here. And when you saw your wife here, I'm sure that was like a super exciting moment, right? Where you're like, "Hey, Maria, baby, we made it." What was the moment like when you got signed to the UFC and you went on the vacation? And like, was there a certain moment where you and your wife chatted like kind of, you said how your wife said, "I never dreamed about this." Like, talk to me about that, because that
Yeah,
just feels
the
special to me.
first special moment was like right after my fight. Maria, you know, my wife, she's like not really, she's she not talk a lot. Like when
Yeah.
I mean, she never really share her feeling that much, and I technically I never really remember. Like she could say like, oh, you like, I love you, you're like good or whatever,
Yeah.
but she's not like that person like who using a lot of like
Emotions and language.
I mean, like yeah, like high language, like oh, like such a beautiful, you know, like
Yeah.
emotional. Uh, but this time she said, she texted me right before my UFC debut. She said, "I'm so proud of you. Like you're going to be very very good example for our kids." And for some reason, like that was because I felt like it's super unusual for her
Yeah.
to say that, and that was something like that's something that I could probably remember forever. Especially when she started arguing some stupid things like, "Hey,
You told
I
me.
have that."
You should frame that. Frame it in your wall. That's funny.
But the funny, you know, also the funny part, like all vacation, it's when you talk about it, when you think about it, when you watch the videos. I did the videos, especially all videos I did horizontal to make sure I can watch it on TV
Yeah.
later, especially when I get old. I would
Yeah.
like to watch it too, but probably like I already believe like maybe in 10 years they're gonna create a screen like that because everybody keep
For their phones.
yeah, they're gonna be vertical TV because
That makes
everybody on the
sense.
phone. But if it's what wouldn't happen, I'm ready because I did all videos on
Purposely so you can watch it on big
yeah,
screen.
on the big screen. Yeah, and when you watch it, that's it's so amazing, so cool, like fairy tale. But the other side was like I was so freaking tired because I didn't stop, didn't sleep. I drove by myself.
Yeah.
My wife couldn't drive yet. She
Yeah.
can't drive yet. Like, and I only that was
So you're staying up, you're driving, you're
driving. Yeah,
walking
that was
all day
pretty
in
stressful
Disneyland.
too. That was pretty, and also like everywhere we have to like prepare like every time, like take care of the stuff, like, move like it's super
Yeah.
quick. It's two kids and one kid like very young, like the Boris.
Yeah.
It wasn't like what 8 months, something like this. He wouldn't. He always needed
Like 10
attention,
diapers a
always,
day.
Yeah, like always like time for sleep or have to stay with no reason. I might get bored because we like have to sit and wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that like the other part not that easy.
Yeah.
And we don't have like grandparents or someone who can help us with that. You're just me and my wife. Yeah, but still, regardless, it was still like that was amazing.
You still had an awesome time. That's cool. Is your daughter? What's your daughter's name?
Maya.
Maya. Is she like? Was she like crazy about all the Disneyland princesses and all
Yeah,
that?
yeah. I keep telling her because she did watch some Disney cartoons, and I said, I keep telling her, we in cartoon right now. Like we in cartoon right now. That's everything what you saw in cartoon. This
is real life
around
now.
you. That's yeah. And that was cool. But you see, the thing is, we was in old school Disney in LA, and a lot of cartoons were pretty old already. She didn't watch it. For example, our favorite cartoon probably character right now it's Raya, but it's pretty new. The Raya, it's like little girl. She's a warrior. Like I'm not sure.
I have no idea.
It's actually Raya. It's how it's called. It's even cartoon.
Raya?
Yeah, Raya. Yeah, but that's, you see, it's pretty new. It's like
Yeah.
a year ago or
Okay.
2 years ago, and that wasn't there. But she was dressing like Raya, and many people pictured her. It's like, oh look, it's Raya. That was so cool. Yes, people actually super friendly there. There's a good.
Well,
part.
they call it like the happiest place on earth.
Yeah, even like, I mean, despite the fact there's such a big lines, there's no argues, nobody was like fighting,
Nobody's
nobody
in a
was
bad
okay.
mood.
Yeah, everyone was good, fun, like they were waiting. Yeah, that was cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, my favorite ride probably was Pirates.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. It's Pirates always was my favorite.
How many? What was the longest line you had to wait in?
Well, I don't remember. I just know we start at 8 when it's open,
Yeah.
and we finish at 8 when it was closed. And that's
a long day.
I sat and drove all the way back to home right after.
From San Diego, or from LA?
From LA. Yeah, from Disney.
8 hours.
to
It's like six
to Sacramento.
7 hours.
Yeah, I believe it was around 7 or 8 hours. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and this day I woke up at 5 a.m. to make the way from San Diego to Disney. Yeah,
Man.
that's another side of trip.
So after that, you came home. How many days did you sleep for?
After that I go into train. I start training.
You go home and start training.
Yeah, start training. Yeah, because there was more than a week vacation.
Yeah. But I guess that's part of being a dad, right? Having kids, and you sacrifice for them, and you keep. I guess you never stop sacrificing for them. You keep.
How you good?
Yeah,
you're that too.
Yeah.
You know it. You can't. At least they remind you. Like, for example, today I was trying to play PlayStation a little bit, and like my kids was around like whole time, non-stop. Like you just can't ignore it, even if you want.
Either they want to play, or they want to eat, or they want to.
I don't want to ignore it. Like I want to be better.
Yeah, special times. So what's like? Yes, you're gonna improve. You're switching your stance. You're switching your this. I saw you kind of trifectas giving you food, or diets.
Trifecta too. But this time actually this camp was I forgot that's how it calls, Aiken meal. It's from UFC. Yeah, they support me really well too. They actually this time UFC PI, like they helped me so much. Like they're awesome. Like being honest, again, one more thing.
Yeah.
I'm in the best company ever in the planet. This is like the UFC. It's the best organization. Like it's just I mean I'm so glad I'm there. Like I wish I could stay there for like as long as it's possible, as much as possible. And some like fighters who think UFC didn't pay enough, like maybe it's a little bit part of like true, but being honest, like somebody could even like imagine how expensive the whole organization of that, like to pay the whole, these people, they keep calling me, they keep texting me, they take care of everything. Like the way how I'm like, even how many times I use a restroom, they take care of everything. Like they keep calling like, oh, you okay? You like, what do you need? Like just let me know what you need. They giving you water, they give you everything. Like it's so many people who working on like to make your life comfortable before the fight, to help you prepare the fight and do not overthinking of anything. It's just amazing. Like it's just so cool. Even like right now, like when all this politics stuff happened, Dana White doesn't care. He said no, show must go on, and I respect that. There was actually there's this in Ohio this is card like almost
like
more than half
six
fighter
people,
was from Russia. Yeah. Like it's just amazing that he just showed like that it's a real business.
Yeah.
In sport, no politics.
Well, that's the beautiful thing I think about Dana White is like he goes on or the UFC or him are like have a personal relationship with everybody. It doesn't matter where you're from. It doesn't matter what's going on. Like if I hire you, to be a fighter for me, I'm gonna take care of you. It doesn't matter what's going on.
Yeah, this is amazing.
So that's like the cool thing I think about the organizations. And so sometimes I get like, I'm sure, and we always hear fighters complaining about the pay and like they could be making bazillions, millions or whatever. But then there's also like fighters that know and whatever they get, they're grateful for. You know, like yourself. What I love about you when you get ready for fights is, especially when Uriah posts on his stories, when you're losing weight, you got your sauna suit on, and you got all this music happening. Who puts those playlists together?
I don't know. It depends when when you're usually when you're recording, sometimes you put the special music.
Oh,
The
just
last time when we like before the last fight when
yeah.
we used to lose in the weight, uh, we listened to Kraski. We listened. There was one Ukrainian guy was in my corner,
Hmm.
and we used to listen to old stuff like from 90s,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
2000.
yeah.
Yeah, that was
One of the songs
fun.
sounded super familiar. I can't remember what it was.
I'm not sure. Oh, if you talk about the Uriah,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
video
yeah.
what Uriah
Uh-huh.
posted,
Hmm.
oh, I don't know. You don't want to share with your kids
No.
what the song. That was classic. That was classic. That's a marginal classic. That I don't know, Russian rednecks classic,
Yeah,
whatever it's
yeah.
called. Yeah.
Russian.
Dед Maxim.
No, I've never even heard
Yeah.
Russian rednecks. That's funny, dude.
That's just terrible. You never listen to that. Or if you ever would like to listen, make sure like no one around.
Privately.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's like kind of it's a little worse than Sector Gaza, or I don't know if you heard
Yeah,
that.
I've heard of
Yeah,
them.
but
Yeah,
but I know Sector Gaza sometimes they're doing it cool too. But I mean, if you heard like some
yeah.
bad songs, like I'm not sure how to say it, like with bad words.
With profanity.
Yeah, they do like, for example, Chistushki,
Hmm.
Sector Gaza Chistushki. It's like terrible. It's fun, but it's terrible. Like you won't anybody know you listen to that.
Well, just for the record, none of us listen to that, and we just know about it.
Yeah, we just know accidentally.
Yeah.
We're not enjoying that. Maybe
Um,
sometimes.
do you have a hard time losing weight?
No, that's actually one more.
Talk me kind of through that system for you.
Yeah, it's actually one more reason why I'm fighting 155. Like sometimes people keep asking me, maybe better for you 145 because like for some reason the fighters right now like they going crazy. They losing like 30, 40 pounds.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like,
insane.
I mean, like why? Like it's even like I mean, it's strange just for me.
Yeah.
And like I do my best. Like the 155. Like I better try gain weight between the fights.
Mhm.
Like I try to gain weight and put some muscles
Mhm,
on.
mhm.
Yes, but no, there's no way I'm gonna like losing that much weight. Maybe I don't know. We'll see if it's worth it. Like
Yeah.
something bigger money, like some good
Some bigger
some
fighter or
bigger
something.
fighters. Yeah, maybe. But just because it will be better, no. No way. And right now, 155 for me is perfect, easy. Like I'm enjoying them. And also, I have a habit. It's actually good mental training. When I feel like over, like too good, like
Yeah.
super good,
Super
super excited,
confident.
super confident,
Yeah.
super excited. What do you usually do? You like you dance and you're like, oh,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
And when I feel terrible, when I'm like tired, about to pass out, I'm doing the same thing, and that's how I trick my brain.
Mhm.
Like when I'm in between, I could be focusing,
Yeah, yeah.
but when I'm overexcited or super tired, like about to pass out,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
I'm do the same thing, and this tricks sometimes work. Sometimes
Okay.
it's
Gives you like an extra boost.
yeah, it could be good thing for everywhere. Like I mean, everywhere. Like even when you just feel terrible, like like you woke up, for example, and you feel like your bed gonna be bad
Yeah.
because you're tired,
Yeah.
you feel sick, and just start playing like when you
Some
usual
good
upside.
music.
Yeah, good, bam, bam, and like fake it,
Yeah,
fake
hype
it,
yourself up.
fake it. Yeah, and this might could help. Like really,
That's awesome.
this helped me in my fights a lot. Like I used to have like especially happened in the training, but a few fights it's happened to me too. Like I get super tired, but instead of like show it, I start playing like damn it, like all this Roy Jones thing,
Yeah.
and that's work. People start believe, oh, you still ready, you still
You're still
good
hyped,
confident,
yeah.
and you start believing that.
And then it
Yeah.
actually, and then you perform.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Are you still let me turn this real quick.
Nope. Sorry.
You're good, you're good. Are you still coaching?
Yes, actually, tomorrow I have a class at 7 a.m.
7 a.m. Okay. That's your first class since your fight, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, that's awesome. Well, that's good. You'll get back into the zone, back into training, and then your next fight once you fix whatever you guys have planned. Last question. Your last three fights, were they just guys they said, "Hey Slava, this is who we have for you. Sign right here." Did you think about it like who's the next guy? Do you have another guy or no?
No. The first Dana White
Contender?
contender that was short notice.
Mm-hmm.
Second fight, same thing. Like okay, wherever they give me, I believe UFC know better. It would, especially right now,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm not on the level to pick the fighter. Like
Yeah.
I'm not like
You're not gonna be
rank it
picky.
yet.
Like, no, I don't want
Yeah,
to
yeah,
fight.
and but also this, they know how better for business. I mean, like this. I'm not sure. Maybe some fighters with more experience, bigger experience, they know better. They knew
Mhm.
better, but and sometimes they think like, oh, UFC like doing something like against them, but I don't think so. I think UFC don't like. I mean, always
Yeah.
Dana White, whatever. They don't really care about personally, other guy.
They're trying to
They
build
think
a
of the
fight that's gonna
business. Yeah,
sell.
yeah. That's it. If like they think, oh, there's gonna be a good fight. For example, I believe they put me against Casey
Mm-hmm.
because they expect a fist fight. I'm 100% because they gave me a grappler
Yeah.
to
Previously.
kind of like show my skills, and they gave me like okay level, like to make sure like this
Yeah.
I can't go through that, and that was smart. And the second time they decided, okay, now we're going to give him like better level fighter, very good experienced fighter, but not in his best like
Grappling, yeah.
condition, and but at the same time they give him chance too, because like I'm a little hype right now,
Yeah.
and like it's gonna be, oh cool, it's gonna be fist fight,
Yeah.
good fist fight, and both at least not losing. But he said like he thought like it's gonna be his career was on the line, but I don't know. Anyway, I think UFC always take care of the picture. That's the main reason, the
Yeah,
main
yeah.
thing. Like I mean, when you win is good, but don't forget it's entertainment. Yes,
Yeah.
I mean, some people like, for example, I disagree when people say like Habib is same. No. There is not even like close. Habib, yes, he's wrestle. He's always put the fight on the ground, but he's entertainment. He finished people.
Yeah, for
He
sure.
destroyed people. It's not the same. He's not just holding people. Like
yeah, he's
it's
not just
not-
waiting and
Yes,
waiting.
It's
for
completely
sure.
different. Yeah.
I love watching Khabib, especially like when you understand like the technicality of wrestling and like the moves and how he
How
gets
hard is that?
yeah to get into those positions. It's insane. He's not like he's wrestling like a dummy. He's wrestling a man that's fighting back. Yeah. So for sure.
Yep, that's
I agree. And so, if it was up to you, if you had a choice to fight somebody, do you have a name that you would want to try fighting? Or that you'd want to go against?
right now. Honestly, no. But before I was like ass whooped that bad in wrestling. I thought like I'm still thinking like that, but now I realize like how far I am from that. But
Yeah.
for me, probably if we talk just about the fighting part, just about sport, just about my ambitious,
Yeah.
like I wanna be able to beat guys like Oliveira, like Makhachev, like Habib, just because it's like my kryptonite. It's like exactly what like
Yeah.
opposite to me. Like
Yes.
and if I will be able to beat the guys like that, I probably I did everything in this game. Like that's
Yeah.
it. Like I'm
The
good.
best of the best.
Yes, and maybe
Okay.
in Ghana too.
That's crazy. So no weight changes for you now. 155. You said you're comfortable, easy to lose weight, and you feel good in the ring. In Ganu, hey, we'll see. Maybe
Yeah, I mean, like
in
I
the
still have
future.
to so much work like on my fighting
Yeah.
skills, and it's not the best time to think of weight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the honestly, the cool thing is that like, you're a pro. Everybody knows you're good, but you still find the like to be humble, and you're like, look, I can still be better at this. I still have more to improve, which kind of like some people when they make it to the UFC, they think they're the best. Nothing can stop them or touch them, which is a good thing. But you have to be realistic, right? And so, are you going to change up training partners? Do you have anything scheduled, or you still got to work that out?
No, I mean, like, I believe I have a perfect team, probably the best team, and especially a perfect team for that, to make sure like I can work on my wrestling. But it doesn't matter how good your sparring partners, how good is your team. Sometimes you need to change something just to make sure like you're not stuck on the same thing. But it's not that time yet. Like, I mean, right now, I believe I have everything what I need.
Okay, that's awesome, Slava. Thank you so much for making time. I know you're a busy man, family man. Tomorrow training. So again, thank you so much for coming on and talking about all this stuff. I know it's not the easiest or maybe most comfortable, but I guess it's part of life, and we get through it, and that's how we get better. So.
Yeah, of course. No, always stay positive. Always, doesn't matter how hard like you'll lose. Not even in fight. In general, in life. Yeah, just always looking for the like. Like be optimist.
Yeah.
Looking
find
for
the solution. Move on.
Yeah, every time. Yes, it's only one way to like stay strong. Like stay on your feet at least in this life.
Amen.
Ain't no grave can hold my body now.
Amen. and if there's nothing else motivating you, do it for the money, and then you'll move on. For the family and go from there. So thank you, brother. More power to you.
Thank you.
Love watching you. We love you, all the fans in SAC. So keep it up.